Step 1. Setting the mole trap. First, you need to familiarize yourself with the 3 pieces involved in setting the trap: the trigger pin, and the safety. The trigger pin will eventually be here on the trigger. Get them in place and get ready to set the trap. Take prong number 1. You'll notice there is a spring right here. You'll want to put the prong down on top of the spring like this. Make sure the pin goes in between the prong on that side. And make sure the trigger is up. Then take prong number 2 and go to the other side like this. Next, with both hands, squeeze as hard as you can. With your right hand, take the trigger pin and put it down on the trigger. And with your right index finger, pull up on the trigger. At the same time, let go of the prong slowly. After these steps, your mole trap is set. Note, there is a safety. This showcases a mole trap set in place, but now let's disengage it and repeat the process. To disengage, grab a shovel handle and hit the bottom of the trigger like this. Now repeat the process. Remember the step with prong number 1? Take prong number 2, put it on the springs on the other side, follow through the rest of the steps, and here's the mole trap set. Step 2. Locating the mole tunnel. As you can see here, the tunnel starts around the tree and goes for about 20 feet in a semi-straight line. This straight line part of the tunnel is where you want to set the trap. Cut out approximately an 8x8 section of the tunnel with your shovel, like displayed here. So that your trap will be set here, so the jaws of the trap are like this, and so that the mole will travel through the jaws. Step 3. Preparing the dirt barricade. Grab some dirt and shape it into a bread loaf. You'll want to make sure it's clayish and hard and packed nicely. Take this loaf of soil and put a barricade down so that the trigger sits directly on top of this. When the mole attempts to dig through or under this, it will cause the barricade to push upward and in turn the springs in the trap to react. Ensure that the barricade goes from one edge of the dig to the other so that the mole can't go around it. Step 4. Placing your trap into the hole. To recap, you've cleaned out the tunnel and made it level to where the moles travel. You've prepared the barricade, essential that the trap will set on top of. Next, mark where the trap is going to set, like this. Now take a butter knife and cut out where the mole trap jaws will shut. Then set the mole trap in the hole where you set the barricade and made the cutout for the jaws. Make sure you push it down until it sets right on top of the barricade. The mole trap trigger is now sitting right on top of the barricade. Now the mole will dig from this side or this, and he will dig through this and push the barricade upward, thus setting off the trigger and the mole trap shutting. Now that the trap is set, we will cover the mole trap with soil. You can be liberal in this process. Your mole trap area should look like this when you're finished. Next, grab the marker that comes with the kit and mark where the mole trap is set. Finally, take the butter knife or a similar object and disengage the safety, and the trap is now engaged, set, and ready to trap your moles.